Everybody muted. Om Sadashivasamārambhām Shankarācārya-madhyamām Asmadācārya-paryantām Vande Guru-paraṁparām. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Saha Virjam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Bhadram Karneभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवागुं सस्तनूभिः व्यशेमदेवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. From the beginning. अथाश्वलायनः
अश्वलायनः
भगवन्तं परमेष्ठिनम्
भगवन्तं परमेष्ठिनम्
उपसमेत्योवाच
उपसमेत्योवाच
अधीहि भगवन् ब्रह्मविद्यां वरिष्ठाम्
अधीहि ब्रह्मन् ब्रह्मविद्यां वरिष्ठान्
सदा सद्भिः
सदा सद्भिः सेव्यमानां निगूढाम्
यया चिरात्
व्ययाचिरात्
सर्वपापं व्यपोह्य
सर्वपापं व्यपोह्य
परात् परं पुरुषं याति विद्वान्
परात् परं पुरुषं याति विद्वान्
तस्मै सहोवाच पितामहश्च
तस्मै सहोवाच पितामहश्च
श्रद्धा भक्तिध्यानयोगादवैः
श्रद्धा भक्ति ध्यानयोगादवैः
न कर्मणा न प्रजया धनेन
न कर्मणा न प्रजया धनेन
त्यागेनैके अमृतत्वमानशुः
त्यागेनैके अमृतत्वमानशुः
परेण नाकं निहितं गुहायाम्
परेण नाकं निहितं गुहायाम्
विभ्राजते यद्यतयो विशन्ति
विभ्राजते यद्यतयो विशन्ति
वेदान्तविज्ञानसुनिश्चितार्थाः
वेदान्तविज्ञानसुनिश्चितार्थाः
सन्न्यासयोगात्
सन्न्यासयोगात्
यतयः शुद्धसत्त्वाः
यतयः शुद्धसत्त्वाः
ते ब्रह्मलोकेषु
ते ब्रह्मलोकेषु
परान्तकाले
परान्तकाले
परामृताः
परामृताः
परिमुच्यन्ति सर्वे
परिमुच्यन्ति सर्वे
विविक्तदेशे च
विविक्तदेशे च
सुखासनस्थः
सुखासनस्थः
शुचिः समग्रीव
शुचिः समग्रीव
शिरः शरीरः
शिरः शरीरः
अन्त्याश्रमस्थः
अन्त्याश्रमस्थः
सकलेन्द्रियाणि
सकलेन्द्रियाणि
निरुध्य भक्त्या
निरुध्य भक्त्या
स्वगुरुं प्रणम्य
स्वगुरुं प्रणम्य
कृत्पुण्डरीकम्
हृत्पुण्डरीकम्
विरजं विशुद्धम्
विरजं विशुद्धम्
विचिन्त्य मध्ये
विचिन्त्य मध्ये
विशदं विशोकम्
विशदं विशोकम्
अचिन्त्यमव्यक्तमनन्तरूपम्
अचिन्त्यमव्यक्तमनन्तरूपम्
शिवं प्रशान्तम्
शिवं प्रशान्तम्
कृतं ब्रह्मयोनिम्
हृतं ब्रह्मयोनिम्
तथादिमध्यान्तविहीनमेकम्
ततान्तिमध्यान्तिविहीनमेकम्
विभुं चिदानन्दम्
विभुं चिदानन्दम्
अरूपमद्भुतम्
अरूपमद्भुतम् अरूपमद्भुतम्
Good. Very well chanted. Krishna.
धन्योऽस्मि आचार्य
Okay. So we are about to complete this mantra 1.6 followed by Tathadi Madhyanta Vihinam Ekam Vibhum Siddhananda Rupam. Also, I think we did that last time. Arupam Adbhutam is left, I think. Yeah. Adbhutam, we know what the word Adbhutam generally means. Adbhut, Adbhut hai. So it's a wonder. We don't see something like this too often, rarely seen. We say use the word Adbhut. So here also, Brahma is of that nature. Dharmartha Kama Moksha. And so, Dharmartha Kama, we know exactly what it is all about. And then Moksha, we have various ideas. And then Shastram says, no, it is Anat, it is Atma, it is you, it is your essential nature. And it is Purnaha also. So it is Adbhut because I am Apurnaha. I am Apurnaha, I am insignificant, I am Alpashaktiman, I am Alpajnaha. Alpajnaha, Ishvaraha, Sarvajnaha. All this is Alpa, little Alpa Shakti, one Amsha I have. And now you are saying that Atma is Purnaha. And there is no essential difference between Ishvara and Jiva. Like this, if somebody says, it is Adbhutam only, it is Adbhutam. All right, that is Adbhutam. And even dream, if you take the dream example. Dream example. So dream, everybody dreams. Everybody has a dream. And dream example is useful to give. And just like I have created a whole dream world. Who created the dream world? Who created the dream world means what? What kind of question is this? My neighbor did not create my dream world. Even the person who may be sleeping close to me also may not be. He is not the author of my dream world. We say, okay, you only created the dream world out of your own self. The only thing that is there is me. There's nothing else. I did not go outside and get all the things for the dream. All right. So then this dream world got created. At least if I say this is only a dream, I'm having a lot of fun. Like that, if I say that also is acceptable. And a lot of things are happening. That I don't say. Instead, what I take the dream as real, absolutely real. A world that that just happened, that just appeared out of nowhere. I take it as real, absolutely real, until I wake up. The person gets up and says, I lost my PhD degree. Somebody says, I lost my PhD degree. What happened? You lost your PhD degree? What, some issue? Plagiarism? Something like that? They figured out that you plagiarized your work or something? Why did you lose your PhD? Losing PhD degree you don't hear about generally, unless it's a very stark case of plagiarism. These days, Chat GPT has come. I was speaking to a professor. They are now figuring out how to figure out if a person has done original research or not. That is what their challenge is in many universities. And so he says, I lost my PhD. So I thought maybe something like that happened. And it happened recently. I know to somebody that I know. That student was, the committee had signed off on the work, the PhD work. There is an initial period where they are not until they're not the final defense, until the committee approves it, they are not guaranteed to do the PhD. So that period is there. And the person, everybody signed off. Later on, it became evident that that person manufactured the data. Anyway, so this guy says, I lost my PhD. What happened? You lost your PhD? No, no, it's not plagiarism. No, no, it is not that. Nothing like that. What happened? In my dream, I got my PhD and now I lost it. I worked so hard. I worked so hard for my PhD. You worked so hard in your dream. You worked hard. Yes, I worked hard in my dream, but I lost it now. Why I lost it? I just woke up and I lost it. Like this, nobody says. Nobody says like this. Why? No, no, come on. It was a dream. It was a dream. But it was a dream. But this guy is sad. This guy is sad. So all this is adbhut. This simple basic things itself is adbhut. Adbhutam. Adbhutam. What to talk of Brahma? What to talk of Brahma? There is a dialogue between Yajnavalkya and Janaka Maharaj. Janaka is learning from Yajnavalkya, all these things. And he is asking a question, which is more real, dream or waking state? Swapnaha va Jagrat va? Or which is real? More real ko chodo, which is real? Which is real? Come on, obviously, Jagrat Avastha is real. Yesterday's class you attended or not? Yajnavalkya is asking Janaka. Are we continuing or not? Is there a continuity in our teaching? Yeah, there is continuity. Okay. So the waking world is obviously waking life. Waking state is obviously more real. More real. Aha. That's good. At least you accepted it's more real than the dream state. And now this gives us an opening. If you say it is more real, then you can ask another question. Why would you put a full stop here and say this waking state is the absolute real? Is there something more real than the waking state? That question, there is a slight window of opportunity there that we can ask the question. And there is something that's more real. That is that adbhutam, because there is something more real than this. There is no proof. There is no proof anybody can give to say there is nothing that is more real than the Vyavaharika, transactional world, this samsara. No proof is there. You can't say. Nobody can disprove that there is something. There is nothing, there is something more real than this. All right. That's why that Shankara says in Atma Bodha, Samsara Swapnatulyo hi. Samsara Swapnatulya means samsara, this life that we all experience, we are all part of. Okay, Swapnatulyo hi means it is Swapna Sadrisha. It is equal to dream. It is like dream. In terms of reality, it is like dream, he says. Okay, the slight difference is there. What is the difference? Dream is created by you, and the samsara, this whole world, everything that I see in front of me is created by Ishvara, Bhagavan. Okay, so Ishvara Srishti, that is Jiva Srishti. Okay, that Ishvara has nothing to do with that. Like that, we say. All right, so that is also Adbhut hai, that there is something beyond this waking state is also Adbhut. And that I don't know. I didn't know all these years, even though in our family they were all Vedic people. They used to be talking, debating about all these things. My grandparents and great grandparents. Today I have nothing left. Only thing I do is light the lamp every day. That's about it. Beyond that, everything gone. And so that is also Adbhut. Everything is Adbhut. And this Brahman, of course, is going to be Adbhut. What is this? Yeah, one of you can admit this one. So Pavitra,
Pen.
somebody else.
Pen.
Pen. Pen.
Haraprasad. Yeah, pen is there. Krishna. Very good. Krishna got it. Krishna has good eyesight. Very good eyesight. I thought you can't see it, but I think you could see it even before I got it so close. Very good. And it's a red color pen. Okay, good. Okay. So how many things are there in my hand?
One.
Sometimes one, sometimes none.
All right. Sometimes one, sometimes none. Okay, good. Okay, it's none or one. None or one. How many objects are there, Haraji? Now you have to unmute yourself though, otherwise we can't hear you.
Mahodaya, I will say it is 4.
You will say it is four. See, these people have become very smart. That shows who has been attending my classes for a while and who has not. He's saying four. So I want. Come on, guys. I want answers. Just answers. I want, not some vague philosophical. It could be this. It could be that. What is all this? This language. I'm not interested. There is one object in my hand. Somebody said four. You know why they're saying four? Because tell me how many objects are there in my hand. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Here there is a tell me how many objects are there in my hand. I hope I'm able to show it properly. Okay. How many are there?
Four.
Yeah, Sukanya ji.
4.
Four are there. Oh, good. Four are there. Four. Why four? Because this barrel is one, and then this refill is two, and then this cap is three, and then that another little nozzle. Let's say it's a nozzle. It's four. Four objects are there. Correct? How many are there? How many are there?
4.
Four. Keep unmuted. Stay unmuted. Four are there. Correct? How many are there?
4.
Four are
Now,
there.
now 3.
Now what happened? What happened now? So I
Now,
did something. I ate away three.
no,
I ate away three. Therefore, there is only one. Is that what you're saying?
no, it's in parts. So it has gone back to its, where it belongs, the part where the part has been.
Correct. It went off. It went off means it shouldn't come back. If it went off, it shouldn't come back. But still, I have four. So I show you four right now. 1, 2, 3, 4 are there.
Yeah.
If four were
Yes.
not there, I can have never. If there is only one, I can never have four.
Mm.
I have 4 right now.
Right.
So if it went back to 1, how it can come back to 4? Then how it can come back to 1? How it can go from 4 to 1 to 4 to 1 like that?
Association and dissociation.
This is called Adbhut. This is called Adbhut. We don't even know how many things are there right now in my hand. We still don't know. We are saying it is 1, we are saying it is 4. That means it is not even discrete. It is not even discrete. It is not definite. The answer is not definite. You have to say things like it depends. It depends. When did 4 become 1, if I ask? When did 4 become 1? At what point did 4 become 1? Look at that. At what point? Is there a point when 4 suddenly becomes 1?
When it identifies as one.
Huh?
When it gets identified as one.
Who
Like
gets
1.
identified? Who is doing the job of identification? Pen is saying, I'm 1, please call me 1, otherwise I'll get upset. Correct? I'm a beautiful pen, and so you can't call me 4. Imagine somebody looking at you and say, oh, I see 120 body parts right in front of me. You will get upset. You are a unique entity. Like that, pen also gets upset. This is all Adbhut. Adbhut means what? Hey, there is no such thing. In this finite world, we and you agree. Agree. What do we agree? We agree that pen means like this. It should be one entity like this. The minute you, but then pen also has parts. Okay, also has parts. That means, is part real or pen real? Or both are equally real? Both are equally real if you say, does pen exist when parts exist? Pen doesn't exist. If you say pen doesn't exist, there are 4 parts. If pen exists while part exists, there are 5 things are there. 4 is wrong. Confusing. It is not confusing. It is adbhutam. It's not confusing. We don't use the word confusing in our Shastra. Nothing is confusing for us. We say adbhutam. This is all adbhutam. I'll tell you. I'll give you another example. Adbhutam means what? You can't even tell me definitely how many parts are there, how many objects are there in my hand. You cannot. You just cannot. You just have to, we just agree. Let's call this as one object, pen. That's it. Don't ask me too many questions. When I say pen, it should have 4 parts. And the parts will tell you, the parts will say, you know what they will say? Okay, if refill walks away and barrel walks away, pen doesn't exist. Pen doesn't exist. They have their own identities. And then pen says pen doesn't exist at all. Really speaking, pen doesn't exist. Same case with this also. Our friend. What is there? How many objects are there in my hand? There is one object in my hand. It's called pot. Called pot. But clay also is there. Clay is also there. So there are 2 objects in my hand, correct? Clay and pot. No, it's not like that. It's not like that. It is a clay pot. Clay is the material of the pot. Okay. So there is something, I should believe you that there is something called pot and it is made of clay. I should believe you. Okay. Made of clay. But then, pot is made of clay, if you say. What is the noun? What is the adjective? You know, these English words are there. We have words noun and adjective. What is a noun? Noun is pot. Noun is what? Pot is a noun in English language. Clay is the adjective. That's why we say clay pot. Clay pot. But from a reality perspective, the pot was born only yesterday. The clay was there even before yesterday. Clay has been there all the time and it will continue to be there. Pot's existence is questionable. Any day the pot can vanish. Any day the pot can crack and it is no longer be called a pot. They'll just call it some pieces. Okay. That means clay is the guy who should be acknowledged first and foremost as that which is the essence of the pot. Then where is pot if you say, suppose you're looking at the pot maker is making the pot. There's a ball of clay, ball of clay, ball of clay, ball of clay is rotating, rotating, ball of clay, ball of clay. When will you say the pot was born? At what particular time will you say the pot was born? Aha, now I see pot. Now I see pot. What about 1 second, 1 fraction of a second before that? Pot was not there. Pot suddenly came, right? Suddenly came from where? From where it came? I see only clay. Ah, you know where it came from? You know where the pot came from? The pot came from my mind only. I project a particular thing I knew from before and I say, that is a pot. How did clay disappear to come up with the pot? Clay did not disappear. At least if you say, like our milk and curds, milk is there, you get up in the morning, milk is gone, and curds is there. That at least I can appreciate. Milk is gone, it is now replaced by curds. Only one object. There at least I like that example. It's only one object, one thing. But here there are two things all the time. And we have to ask which thing is real, which thing is less real, which is more real, these kinds of things. This is our Vedanta language. And the reason this pot is, the clay is the absolutely real thing. Pot is a projection on the clay. It's a projection because there is really no object called pot. You and I choose to call this particular form as pot. Okay, really speaking, every part of this pot is clay only. There is no object called pot that is separate from clay. There are no two objects, come on. Pot is just a projection of projection. And that projection, of course, we give it some reality. And that reality is what? Mithya. We say pot is mithya. This is an important word for us, mithya. Mithya is that whose existence depends on something else. Pot's existence depends on clay. On clay. That much we know. So this is Adbhutam. What is Adbhutam? We have converted, we should really call this what? Hey, what is noun? Noun is the main thing. Adjective is a qualifier. We study in our languages. It's a qualification. It can be red, it can be blue, it can be any other color, brown pot. Or clay pot is better example. Clay pot. The better way to look at this pot is potted clay. Potted clay. Clay is a noun. Why clay is a noun? Because clay is the one that is giving existence to pot. Clay has been there before, clay is there now, clay is there later. Therefore, the real thing here that I'm holding is clay. Then what about pot? Yeah, it temporarily, you and I choose to call something as a pot, but it is still clay. Therefore, I should call this what? Potted clay. Potted clay. You will understand this better if I say, is it golden bangle or bangly gold? Everybody knows. Bangle and all is okay, but gold is the essence of it. That is what gives it a value. Bangle doesn't give value. Gold gives value to that thing that is there in the hand. Why gold gives value? But that is it. That is the essence. You go to the store, they will weigh. They'll weigh it. They're not good. The shape is some labor. That's all it is. Irrelevant. And so, bangly gold, chainy gold, ringy gold. That reality wise, that's the right way to express it. That then what happens? My attention is on the reality. Attention is on the reality. The others are all incidental. Incidental. Incidental means what? By the way, some form is there, and there is a name we have to give to the form, and it's useful. That form is of course useful. Form and function. This is all Adbhut. What is Adbhut? Golden bangle to bangly gold. That journey is Adbhutam. And this Brahma is going to fall in that category. That is why when I keep looking for Brahma, it's not available. It is essence. It is the essence. I've forgotten the essence. I've been going after all the things which is not the essence, which is all projections. Projection, projection, projection. It's all useful, all right, understood. But if I take it as Satyam, it is called Samsara. Samsara. Shankaracharya says Samsara, Swapna Tulyohi. In reality wise, it is no different. It's no different than the dream. Dream, at least it is different every day. You can appreciate it is, it is temporary. It is a projection. You can appreciate. But the world that you and I live in is also a projection. That is Adbhutam. That is Adbhutam. And so, when we do meditation, we do another thing. You know what we do? Suppose I ask you, are you father or son or employee or neighbor or citizen? Ask you all these things. What will you say? What will you say? I am all of those. I am all of the above. Oh, you're all of the above. So you're different things or what? You are so many people or one person? No, no, no. Come on. What kind of question is that? I'm only one person. I'm just playing all those roles. Roles of father, son, brother, okay, neighbor, citizen, all this teacher, professor, all that I'm playing a role. Playing a role means what? Playing a role means, hey, I am putting on that role. That's not the real me. That's not the real me. Then who is the real me? My God, if you take away father, son, or mother, daughter, sister, citizen, teacher, okay, everything you take away, house owner, take away all that, then what is left? Do you know who that is? Woman, take away that also. Maximum I can say I'm woman. Okay. Good, at least we've come all the way. What have we done? We've taken away all the roads. All along I was thinking this was real. It can't be real. Why? Because in deep sleep, there is no idea of anything. No idea of teacherness, sisterness, motherhood, okay, employerhood, employeehood, even womanhood, manhood, not there at all. Not there. Everything is a projection. It's a clue. Deep sleep gives us a clue to all these things. And so, in meditation, what we do is we take away all the roles. We acknowledge the roles and we acknowledge that I am neither of those things. I am not father, I am not son, I am not brother, I am not employee, I am not a resident, I am not citizen. Why? That is the truth. Everything is a role. I'm playing a role. Hey, can I see this as a drama, as a skit where I'm playing roles, you are playing roles? Everybody has roles to play. That is Adbhutam. Adbhutam. What is Adbhutam? Taking everything as absolutely real. When everything is actually a role. Really speaking, I'm not what you think I am. It's all Adbhutam. Complete Adbhutam. Of course, Brahma is Adbhutam. Because Brahma is not an object. And yet it is me. Brahma is Atma. Tadeva tvam vidhi. Tad Atma eva tvam vidhi. Kenopanishad would say. That Brahma tvam vidhi. Hey, that Brahma, which is the cause of the world, is you. Cause of the world? That is another Adbhutam. What cause of the world? I am a small effect. And I am a victim of the world. If you say, I can appreciate it. Now you're telling I am the cause of the world. This is all Adbhutam. This is Adbhutam only. What else can it be? Okay. Maniprabha says Ascharya Karam. That which creates Ascharya. Brahma creates Ascharya. That is why our Bhagavad Gita also says Ascharyavat Pashyati Kaschidena. Ascharyavat Vadati Tathaiva Chanyaha. People look at it as Ascharya. Ascharya Vachainam Anya Shrunoti. When people listen to it, they feel it's a wonder. Shrutvapyenam Vedana Chaiva Kaschit. That's different. So Ascharya, it's all Maha Ascharya. Kathopanishad also says something like that. Ascharyo Vakta Kushalosya Labdha.
1 to 7.
Okay, Kathopanishad 1-7. Ascharyo Vakta Kushalosya Labdha. One who talks about Brahma is a wonder. Kushalosya Labdha. Kushalosya Labdha. The one who gains that knowledge is another wonder. Okay. Ascharyo Jnata. One who is able to know that wonder as it should be understood. Ascharyo Jnata Kushalanu Kushalaha Anushishtaha. Anybody who can even be taught something like this, which is an adbhutam, it's a wonder. It's a wonder. It has to be a wonder because it requires turning our our attention from dharma, artha, and kama as absolutely real to saying they are temporarily real, they are transactionally real, they are mithya. There is something more real than that, and turning our attention to that which is more real. So therefore, it is adbhutam, no doubt about that. So that's the word here, adbhutam. And Swamiji says here, he says, either I accept pain and pleasure. Either I accept pain and pleasure completely and not reject anything. Accept everything. That's what life is. It is going to be up and down, both. Accept it. At least that will give me some sanity. And Vedanta, of course, takes me beyond that. Beyond that to do what? A pain and pleasure are both mithya. They are not my essence. Like the roles I play, father, brother, etc., is not my essence. I am neither father nor brother nor son. They're all roles I play. Roles come and go. What is coming and going cannot be me. Agama payino anityaha. Krishna has already said it in the Bhagavad Gita. Anityaha they are. And so I can't be anityam. I can't be anityam. Body is anityam. You accept that. Then I am the observer of the body. I am the sakshi. I am nityam. Yeah. And so Swamiji says, either I accept pain and pleasure and manage both, or I have to say, pain is also mithya, pleasure is also mithya. Therefore, I am that satyam. Means pain and pleasure are also negated. Negated means what? Their reality is diminished. They are absolutely real. And who is absolutely real? I am absolutely real. Shivam. Like that, this particular mantra is talking about. Let me give you the translation of this mantra. Okay. I hope I covered all the words. Yeah, I think so. So this is Hrit Pundarikam, right? So let's look at the translation. Having turned one's attention, having turned one's attention to the steady, comma, pure, clear, and pleasant, lotus-like heart. Pure, clear, and pleasant lotus-like heart. Now within brackets, one should meditate one should meditate, then outside the brackets, there, meditate there on Brahman. One should meditate there on Brahman, which is the source of all, comma, incomprehensible, unmanifest, comma, many-formed, comma, auspicious, comma, tranquil, comma, immortal, comma, without a beginning, middle, and end, comma, non-dual, comma, all-pervasive, non-dual, all-pervasive, consciousness, comma, ananda, comma, formless and a wonder, and a wonder. Yeah, go ahead, Mahesh.
Wouldn't it be better to say lotus bud?
Yeah, you can say that.
Because normally when you say lotus, it is a blooming lotus, isn't it?
Correct. Yeah, bud is also good. Bud is good. Good. Next shloka. This mantra. Uma sahayam parameshwaram prabhum
उमासहायं परमेश्वरं प्रभुं
त्रिलोचनं नीलकण्ठं प्रशान्तं
त्रिलोचनं नीलकण्ठं प्रशान्तं
ध्यात्वा मुनिर्गच्छति भूतयोनिम्
ध्यात्वा मुनिर्गच्छति भूतयोनिं
तमस्तसाक्षिं तमसः परस्तात्.
समस्तसाक्षिं तमसः परस्तात्
Again, Uma Sahayam Parameshwaram Prabhum
उमासहायं परमेश्वरं प्रभुं
Trilochanam Neelakantham Prashantam
त्रिलोचनं नीलकण्ठं प्रशान्तं
Dhyatva Munirgacchati Bhutayonim
ध्यात्वा मुनिर्गच्छति भूतयोनिं
Samasta Sakshim Tamasah Parastad.
समस्तसाक्षिं तमसः परस्तात्.
Yeah. So as we recall, this is Shiva Dhyanam that Brahmaji is talking about, Shiva Dhyanam. And so in Vedanta, because of the nature of Vedanta, you have Shiva as a form. Shiva's form, everybody is clear about. So meditation on Shiva. And that is Ekarupa Dhyanam. And then Vishwarupa Dhyanam. Vishwarupa. Because in Bhagavad Gita itself, Krishna talked about Vishwarupa. Which means what? Which means that everything is Bhagavan. Bhagavad Srishti, manifestation of Bhagavan. Bhagavan did not create the world sitting somewhere and then threw all these planets in orbit, and he did a fantastic job that all the planets are nicely moving, and it'll keep on moving for some more time. And he's just watching everything. That is how children are taught out, right? But we can't accept that. Why we can't accept that? We can't, means Advaita Vedantis can't accept that. Because, hey, how did he create this world? रोटी बनाने को कुछ ना कुछ चाहिए. And you have to get flour. Atta is required. Water is required. So many things are required. Salt is required, and then you have to make a dough of it, and then you make roti. Then what Bhagavan also has to do something like that. Has to do something like that. Nothing is there. No, he borrowed some material. Borrowed from some material from where? What borrowed material you're talking about? He had to create the material. He had to create the material because no material is available. But creating material means creating the world only. What is this creating material and creating the world? Material is the self only. Only the self is available. And so this is a big difference between the creation of the world and creation of the other things. My idea of creation is very different from the creation of the world. That is why we drop the word creation itself and we use the word srishti. If I use my idea of creation, then we get into all these popular ideas of religion. Popular ideas of religion. God is sitting in heaven, he created the world. It's comfortably, we can believe it. Until we start thinking about all these things. And then if you think about all this, then Advaita will just become just alive, real, refreshing. Not possible. Yatha urnanabihi srijate grindate cha. Our Kathopanishad himself says that. Mundaka is going to say it also. Urnanabihi, just like the spider created the web. Urnanabihi means spider, Spider doesn't borrow any material. It's not a perfect example, but it's a reasonably good example to appreciate that the material is coming from itself. And also resolution. Shiva, the resolver of the whole universe. Laya Karta. How does he resolve? He takes it all into himself. Like what? Like the spider. Just you go to the spider is hanging, you go out there, the entire web is gone into the spider. Gone inside. What a creation it is. That is another creation. But I'm talking this as an example of the Bhagavan's creation itself. It's like this. That is the creation. An example of our rishis give. Because we need examples. Some good example is there to grasp a concept. Then we can stretch it. And so therefore you have Eka Rupa Shivaha, Vishwarupa Shivaha, and then finally Arupa Shivaha. Rupa Shiva has to be all pervasive, and of course Shastra will say, the I that is Satchidananda Swarupam also is that Arupam Shivam. Last time Arupam was there, and the word Shivam also was there last time. I can meditate on the Ekarupa Shiva, but how to meditate on something that is Rupam? Not possible. Because the mind needs something. It needs something. It has to hold on to something, and that something has to be finite. Only finite can be held on to. Yeah, so that's fine. That's good. And that is the journey. That's the journey. Nothing wrong with it. And I have to know that I am that completeness, I am that fullness, I am that Satchidananda. I am Shiva, essentially. That will come. And so here that Ekarupa Dhyanam also nicely given. Look at this. Finally, the verb is coming only finally here. Dhyatva. That is the verb. Dhyatva and then Munihi Gachati. Finally, some verbs are there. See, without action, what happens? A sentence is just hanging in thin air. You know, you can't do anything. The verb has to be there. Only then you can connect all the words. And finally, we got a verb here. Gacchati. Munihi gacchati is going to come. Mananashilaha purushaha gacchati. Mani Prabha will say, Mananashilaha. Means what? The guy who is given to Mananam. The person for whom Mananam is natural. Means all of us, we're all munis. I don't think muni means they must have beard and then sitting somewhere in the corner. No, or under a tree. No, that's not muni. That's not correct. Munihi means one who is capable of thinking through realities. That person is called a muni. That's it. All of us are pakka munis. Otherwise, we can't sit for a class like this for 1 hour, 15 minutes. Ascharyo Vakta. Ascharyo Vakta, it will be. A guy is talking on and on about this forever, and people who are listening to this also. It's a wonder. And so, Muni, we are all Munis here. Munihi Gachati. Maniprabha says, Prapnoti. Prapnoti gains. So, Gam Dhatu can be used in the sense of gaining also. And so, he's going to say that. Munihi Gachati. Munihi gains. He gains some things. Bhuta Yonim, Samasta Shaksham, Tamasat Parastat. We'll come to that later. He gains all this. This everything we've been talking about in the previous mantra also. Okay, Arupam, Adbhutam, Shivam. This Muni he gains. Munihi Shivam Prapnoti. That's how it's going to come. But Dhyatva, there is another verb there. Dhyatva. Having meditated upon. Upon what? Upon Shivam was said earlier, it was indicated. Shiva means auspicious. Shiva also refers to this Shiva, the Layakarta Shiva that we are all familiar with, Prasiddham, Prasiddhaha Shivaha. Okay. And that he makes it clear. Upanishad makes it clear that it is not some other Shiva, some other name, Uma Sahayam. Uma Sahayam. So, Uma Sahaya, Yasya Saha, Uma Sahayaha means the one who is the consort of Uma. Okay. Uma Sahayam. So, this Uma is an interesting word for us because, in Keno Upanishad, we have not studied it. This Uma is a teacher for Indra. Uma becomes a teacher. So she comes there. Uma, Haimavatim, Umam, like that it comes there. Haimavatim. So Indra learns from Uma, Brahma Vidya, through a particular grace. Not a big teaching is not there. He gets it. He gets it because of his humility and because of his desire to know what happened. There was a lot of pride among Agni and other Vayu, and there was so much pride that we are all great. And only Indra knew there is something more to all this. And so, like that, he learns from Uma and Amba, Uma Sahayam. That is why Shiva is called Samba. Samba. Areo Samba. I don't know where this Areo Samba. That I don't know. Hindi ka Samba, I don't know. But you can do your research and tell me what it is. But Samba, Ambaya Saha. Ambaya Saha. Along with Amba. Along with Amba. That is Samba. Samba Parameshwara and all we say. Use that. And Samba is different from Shambhu. Shambhu is different. Okay. Shambhavati Yasmatiti Shambhu. One who is the source of all auspiciousness, all things sacred is called Shambhu. That's different. All right. So, Uma Sahayam, Umaya Saha Mama Chetasi. Umaya Saha Mama Chetasi. Yamashasana Nivasan. There is a Shiva Shankar Stotra.
Shivashankara Stotra.
Shiva Shankar Stotra. Atibhishana Katupashana. Atibhishana Katubhashana. Yamakinkara Patali. There is he's saying, Shiva, only you can help me. These in the last days especially, this Yama doesn't come. There's still time, but But Yama's Dutas are all there. Yama Dutas are there. Yama Kinkaras are there. They are coming and just annoying me. They're just like the mosquitoes are buzzing, you know. You do like this. Like this it comes. And you don't need an atom bomb to disturb your concentration, right? One mosquito is enough to disturb your concentration. That's it. Like that, these Yamakinkaras, Ati Bhishana, Katu Bhashana, they're coming and uttering just words that I can't bear at all. Just all kinds of words they're saying. You're this, you're that. Yamakinkara Patali. Like that, there's a beautiful shloka in that Shiva Shankara Stotram. It is also called, it's also Veda Padastavaha. There is another big, long stotram written by Jaimini, Maharshi Jaimini of Purva Mimamsa. And there also the same stotram comes with a slight difference. So that word Umasahayam, Umayasaha Mama Chetasi Yamashasana Nivasan. Hey, you come here along with Uma. And only you can help me. Like that he says there. Umayasaha. Hara Shankara, Hara Shankara, Shiva Shankara, Harame, Hara Duritam. Harame. The pun is there. Hara. Hey Hara, please come. Harame Duritam. Take away all the speeda from me. Like that, there is a particular.
And when you are in my heart with Uma, that Yamakishikankaras will not trouble me. That's the idea.
Okay? When you are in my heart, Yamakinkaras will not trouble me. That's the idea. And so, this Yama not troubling me. Means again, we go back to this Markandeya Purana. Markandeya stories is there, where Yama takes care of, or sorry, Shiva takes care of Yama, right? Beautiful Purana. And also in Kathopanishad, we saw something like this, something similar. Mrityu yasya upasechanam. Sanskrit students know what upasechanam is. Sanskrit students are very smart. They know all these small things. They know all the translation. Upasechanam. Upasechanam means pickle. The side dish, chutney, is called upasechanam. And Mrityu yasya upasechanam. Did I write that down or not? Don't remember. So, says in Kathopanishad, the person who knows the Atma is the winner of the whole thing. And that Brahma for whom? Yeah, yasya Brahma cha kshatram cha. Okay. The one form, the Brahmana and Kshatriya are the protectors of the universe because they are the ones upholders of Dharma. Dharmo rakshati rakshitaha. And who are protecting the Dharma? Everybody should protect Dharma, all right. But Brahmana is the guide, supposed to be the society's guide. And Kshatriya is supposed to physically protect people. And so they are even though they are great people, this Brahman is such a thing which swallows all of them also. And anybody else, yeah, it swallows Yama also. Mrityuhu yasya upasechanam. The one for whom Mrityu also is a pickle, lemon pickle. Okay. Malai Murungum Mahadevanukku Kadavu oru appalam. So there is a particular statement in Tamil. The guy who is swallowing mountains, okay, for him, if you what is door? Door is like papad. Like that, he will bite it. Like that, there is a particular statement. So, like that, Yama, Mrityu itself is a pickle. And who is saying all this? Mrityu is saying all this. Kathopanishad, Yama is a teacher. And Yama is saying Yama is a papad. Yama is this thing gone. Pickle, like that is saying. So, that Uma Sahayam Parameshwaram. Uma means, so because of that Kenopanishad, Uma is, Uma Sahayam means Brahma Vidya. Brahma Vidya. Okay. So, Brahma Vidya Acharya, Uma Sahayaha. Because she is capable of just keep making way. Like Vasudeva is there, and as he was carrying Krishna, the baby, and that's just the water just gave way like that. He could just walk like that. Uma has to do that for me. Uma has to keep on doing that. And so, Uma Sahayam. Then Parameshwaram. Parameshwaram. Paramaschaso Vishwarascha. Paramaha. See, often it is translated as great God, great Ishvara. See, great. This great, if you say great, then there can be somebody greater than that also, you know. So great and all, no, uppercase G you have to put. Hey, whether you put uppercase G or lowercase G is your choice, okay. But this great is not, Paramaha means all pervasive. All pervasive, fills up the whole thing. Ishvara fills up everything. There's nothing greater than that. You can't say, tell me what is more than infinite. Can't say that. Everything. So, Amascha, so we sometimes say great Lord, etc., greatest Lord, and all we translate. That's fine. Parameshwaram, Prabhum, Prabhu. These are all now loaded words, right? Prakarshena bhavati iti Prabhu for Sanskrit students. Others don't have to worry about all this etymology and all. Maniprabha says Samarthaha, Samarthaha, Samarthyam, the one who has Samarthyam, Samarthaha means one who has the capacity for what? Srishti Sthiti Laya Samarthaha. Srishti, he says, in fact, he says, yeah, Srishti Sthiti Laya Samartham, like that he says, Maniprabha. He was capable of this creation, sustenance, and resolution. That person is called, that entity is called Prabhu. Prabhu. And but Shiva by Brahman by itself cannot do anything. Brahman is helpless, as we know. Nirgunam Brahma cannot create anything. Not possible. That is why Mayaya Saha, Maya Sahita Brahma. Then Maya Sahita Brahma Parameshwara, then wonders can happen. She can make things happen. Maya can make things happen. So that has to be brought. Prabhu means both Ardhanarishwara is there. Shiva and Parvati together. Shiva Shaktya Yukto Yadi Bhavati Shaktah Prabhavitum Na Chedevam Na Devo Na Kalu Kushalaha Spanditumapi Atastvam Aradhyam. So Shiva Shaktya Yukto, only when Shiva and Shakti are together, this Prabhavati, this thing, Prabhavaha, the Jagat is manifest. Otherwise, Atastvam Aradhyam, Tvam Aradhyam. And that Devi in this Saundarya Lahari written by Shankaracharya, Aradhyam, you are the one who was worshipped. Worshipped by whom? Harihara Virinchadibhi api. By Harihi, Vishnuhu, Haraha, Shivaha, and Virinchi, Brahma. All of them are worshipping you. That is another Adbhutam. Everything is Adbhutam. And who am I, who has done all kinds of papas? What can I get? Can you do something about it? Like that. They are worshipping you and I am also worshipping you. Okay. I don't know. This is how my state is. Like that, he says. So, that Prabhu, that is Prabhu. All right. So, Shaktya Saha, Uma Sahayam was already mentioned earlier. Trilochanam. Trilochanam. Beautiful word. We know that. Shiva is always presented as somebody with three eyes. Trembakam yajamahe sugandhim pushtivardhanam. Trembakam. So as kids, I remember in Amar Chitrakatha, we read all these stories, and then this Kamadeva came, and then Shiva just burnt him into ashes. Kamadeva disturbed Shiva, who was on meditation, who was meditating. And then this thing happened. Because there is a boon. This Tarakasura is there, and he was creating all kinds of problems to people, and then there was a boon. Somebody got the boon that Shiva's son only can can destroy Tarakasura. But Shiva is in deep meditation. What son he is going to have? And so then this Kamadeva was employed to do some work for the protection of the universe. And he disturbed Shiva's dhyanam. And at the same time, Parvati, after Daksha, that Daksha episode is there, and Parvati was just shamed and she just fell into the fire. And then she came back again and she wanted to marry Shiva again. Who else will she marry? And so she started doing tapas, and then all these things were happening together. And then Parvati was there, Shiva's meditation was disturbed. And so then Shiva and Parvati got married, and born to them was Kartikeya, Shanmukha, Murugan, Subramanian. And so then this big Shura Samhara is taking place. Massive fight between Muruga and this Tarakasura. Or the other Asuras are also there, fights. But Tarakasura. And so that story, Trilochana, and this one, our Maniprabha says, Soma Surya Agni Atmakani Lochanani. The three eyes standing for three different things. Soma, Chandra. Chandra who shines in Purnima. Chandra shines. Every night also Chandra is shining. But Purnima, Chandra is shining. And representing this Ananda, coolness. Okay. Soma Surya. Surya. Surya is shining during the daytime. Okay. Representing that Chaitanyam, which is always shining. Awareness is always there, shining. I'm always aware. There is no time I can say I am totally unaware. Not possible. Not possible. You can try. I want to be not aware of anything that's going on. Yeah, you can try. You can close your eyes. You can shut off everything. And you can say, I'm not aware. But you are aware that you are not aware of anything. Yes or no? That awareness can't be stopped. That awareness, like Surya, Chaitanyam. Then he says what? Soma Surya Agni. Agni. Agni Tattvam is there everywhere. That is Satyam. Agni Tattvam. Satyam. Satyam Jnanam Anantam. Satyam is Agni. Jnanam is Surya. Anantam. Anandaha is Somaha. This is how they say it. This is how they do this Trilochanam. They see it that way. Agni. Agni is needed. Amavasya, Chandra is not there. Therefore, Agni is needed during Amavasya. So, Agni Tattvam also is important. So, like that, Satyam, Jnanam, Anantam, Satchidananda, like that. That symbolism is given here. And so, I can either visualize Trilochanam, I can easily visualize Shiva's face with three eyes. Two eyes are there, third eye is there in the center. We are going to do all this meditation. I'm planning to do that starting next. I was doing some basic meditations, preparatory steps and all that. But that was just for some new students. But we're going to quickly move on to some of these other meditations. Okay. That is just for your information. So, we can either meditate on Ishvara in that manner, or I can meditate on Ishvara as manifesting as Soma Surya Chandra. Soma Chandra Agni. The whole Vishwarupa I can meditate also using Shiva. We'll see that. Then Neelakantham. Neelakantham is also we know the story of Samudra Mathanam. So these Asuras and Devas fighting with each other for supremacy. And finally, they were told to do this, churn the ocean. And Manthara is there. And then this Vasuki is the rope. And then they keep churning. Out came all these 14 jewels. 14 jewels were there. And all this Kalpavriksha and this Kamadhenu and many things came out of it. And out of that came this poison also. Hala poison came. And then Shiva said, okay, I will protect the people by taking the poison. Somebody has to drink it, And so, before all this nectar and all that, poison has to be drunk. And so Shiva said, I'll take it. And Nilakanta, etc. Parvati comes and stops it here. So because of that, the particular throat became blue in color. Nilaha Kantaha Yasya Saha. One whose throat is blue is called Nilakantaha. And so that shows the compassion of Shiva. Who says Shiva is Rudra? Who says terror? No, not terror and all that. Compassionate, very compassionate. And so, for greater good, Tyaga, Shiva's Tyaga is. So he done Tyaga, protecting, role of protecting is there, right, in that story. And also an example of how to handle these unpleasant situations, how to handle negativity and things like that. We understand from the story. So, and then we have a few more words here. Prashantam Bhutayonim Samasta Sakshim Tamasaf Parasta. So Prashantam, we'll see all that in the next class. We can make some good connections for this. So Dhyatva, meditating Shiva with these attributes, physical attributes, easy to meditate on. Then the Munihi Gachati, Munihi gains. Gains what? Brahman of these attributes. But not even attributes, Brahman of these descriptions, like Arupam, Adbhutam, Bhutayonim, Samasta Sakshim is going to come later. Tamasaf Parastat, all that will come later. So we will see that. आपदामपहर्तारं दातारं सर्वसम्पदां लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहम् काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितः ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ